Hey guys, Uncle Ray, welcome to another episode of the Crypto Bellwether. I don't always tell you what you want to hear, but I tell you what you need to hear to make informed decisions. Guys, I used to be a licensed commodity trader. I bought my first foreign currency back in 1990. I've been around and seen a lot of things. And one thing that I see in crypto, which is bizarre, is people don't like to talk about both sides of a project. They only want to hear the good. And when you say something negative, which it's not negative, it's talking about the downside or the risk, they want to call it FUD. Well, that's kind of what this video is all about. I'm going to talk about three things that everyone needs to understand when they first start investing in crypto. And I wish someone would have gave me this type of knowledge. It would have saved me a lot of time, money, and effort. And I would have stayed away from a lot of projects that I have been involved in. And I don't want you to wreck yourself. And I promise you guys, if you don't understand what I'm going to share with you in this video, you're probably going to be 90% of the people that lose money in crypto. If the majority were right, the majority would be rich. So guys, keep that in mind. I don't know for the life of me why people that start channels and say they want to help you in crypto, why don't they tell you the risk? Why don't they explain tokenomics and whatever negative thing about any project? If they cared, they would tell you the truth. But that's part of the problem in crypto. But the number one thing that you need to understand is tokenomics. So that's what we're going to start with. We're going to talk about three different things, and there's a lot more alpha than those 3 points that I want to bring home. But I promise you guys, if you want to be successful in crypto, whether you're a beginner or you've been around for a couple of bull runs, you need to understand this. So hit the like button. Let's go. Now, I'm going to kind of go pretty fast through tokenomics. And if you don't understand them or you need some more information, I'll leave a link at the end of the video, the ones that pop up that I've done about tokenomics. It will help you out a lot. I highly recommend you watch that. Now, what you want to see in a project in the long term, hopefully that it can have low inflation. That means they, don't dump but a small amount, or it becomes deflationary, which is like Ethereum. Now, guys, Ethereum had bad tokenomics when it first came out. That's why Vitalik is a billionaire. But they, as much as they kept dumping, the demand was there. So Ethereum made a new all-time high every bull run. Hasn't made one yet in this one, but I have no doubt because of the deflationary environment that it has. It's a true deflationary project. Now, that's one point that you need to understand. You're going to hear people call projects like ICP, which just came out, people said it was deflationary, or XRP. Those people are either don't understand tokenomics of what deflationary means, or they're just lying to you. But either way, why would you listen to someone that doesn't have an understanding or that is not telling you the truth? Do with that information as you will. Now, let's talk about a statistic. 90% of all projects that are created in crypto since inception do not make a new all-time high in its second bull run. So if you play the probabilities like I do, why would I be wanting to stack some of the older projects? Now, I will stack an older project if it still has the right narrative or it's getting the adoption and it's showing that it can still run. And I'll buy one like Bitcoin that's made a new all-time high in every bull run because it did make a new all-time high, like say Solana. Solana came out, ripped last bull run, and it's taken off, showing its signs that it can make a new all-time high in this bull run. So I think Solana, for example, will be the exception, and it'll be the 10% of a project that makes a new all-time high in its second bull run. Now, IOTA. And again, I'm just using this as an example. But if you own IOTA, pay attention. But you can relate this to any project. Now, I want you to look. IOTA has dumped from 2.7 billion to 3.4 billion tokens just this year. Now, why is that important? Well, when you look at its chart, it didn't even make a new all-time high last bull run. Well, now they are dumping immensely hard at the beginning of this one. The odds of a project that is like IOTA making a new all-time high, it didn't make one last bull run. It's increasing the supply hard in this bull run. The odds of it hitting a new all-time high are probably less than 1%. And that's being generous. I think it's closer to 0. Now, if you don't understand tokenomics and you want more information, go to Messari.io, which is MESSARI.io. Surf around, learn to use it. Guys, it will help you a lot. Now, here's XRP. I get a lot of hate. One thing that XRP Army doesn't want to hear is math and tokenomics because they think everything is an exception for XRP. But let's look at the tokenomics. It's got some of the worst tokenomics in all of crypto. That's why you hear all this bullish news every single day about Ripple and XRP, but it can't make a new all-time high. Well, people think it's the SEC. No, it's the tokenomics, in my opinion. SEC matters, but it's not keeping it down. Look at this, guys. Just since January of this year, Ripple has dumped 2.6 billion tokens on the market. Guys, it's man to man. If someone pulls out 2.6 billion, well, cut that in half, it's roughly around 50 cents. It's probably their average 55 cents. That means they've pulled out like over $1.25 billion, $1.3 billion of profit. Guys, that's the pie. They're taking all the profit every month like clockwork. They don't take it from me. I short XRP every time Ripple dumps. Anyway, so why is that significant? Well, back here, guys, it only had like 14 billion tokens on the market. They've increased like 30 billion tokens since this bull run. They have increased like 13.6 billion since the last bull run. They have increased their dumping and the supply by like 3.6 billion since the SEC announcement. When it came out, remember it was going to take over the bull run, and they won like a year and a half ago, whenever it was. Ripple has dumped like 3.6 billion tokens since then. So I got news for you guys. XRP will not hit a new all-time high in this bull run. Why? Because Ripple will keep increasing the supply and they will dump more aggressively and more aggressively. I wouldn't be surprised if they dump somewhere around 5 to 7 billion tokens between now and the end of this bull run if XRP rips. Whatever that's worth, guys, do with that information as you will. ICP. People go, oh, it's the best tech. The whole world's going to want to be on chain. I don't care about the tech. No one does. I care more about the tokenomics. But since the last bull run, this thing has more than doubled the supply. There will not be a new all-time high in this bull run for ICP. Now, same with Jasmine. I love Jasmine. Heck, I've owned the ICP, but I sold it. I still have a little bit. I still own Jasmine. I've made money in Jasmine. Guys, it doesn't mean you can't make money. But if you're holding out, see, this is what I'm talking about. You have to understand this game. If you think that Jasmine can go from 4.7 billion tokens to 46 billion tokens in about a year, a little over a year, it can't make a new all-time high. Now, the good news is that maybe later in the preceding bull run, this thing can absolutely rip. I don't know, but I don't think it has the demand to make up a 10x supply increase. It can still rip, but if you understand this, and why did I buy Jasmine? Because I understand the tokenomics, and I'm not looking for an all-time high. I'm going to take profits way sooner than that. All right, Algorand. Look at this, guys. Since the last bull run, right? In the last bull run started, it had 2.7 billion tokens. Now there's 8.3 billion tokens in circulation. And they are almost fully diluted. But think about it, guys. This is the bad part about Algorand. Algorand doesn't make any money to support its ecosystem. So now if they get close to fully diluted, who's going to pay for all that new development? It makes no money in its transactions. Now, why is that important? It's got bad tokenomics, or had bad tokenomics. The good news is they're not going to keep dumping, but they didn't make a new all-time high in the last bull run. The odds of them making a new all-time high in this bull run are virtually impossible, almost zero. All right, that's enough of tokenomics. Hopefully you understand it. If you don't, go to Masori.io, guys. Educate yourself. Now, here's the second thing. I didn't realize that not all influencers care about their community. The reason I founded my channel is because I have a financial background and I'm full-time crypto, and I do all this research and I want to share with my community. And I truly believe that this is the biggest opportunity in history. I've primarily flipped houses for the last, 20 years, and I've never seen any opportunity like I've seen in crypto. But most influencers, guys, they don't care about their community. They care about their channel. They want to grow their channel. And there's a big conflict of interest. When you do videos like this and you tell people the cold, hard truth, a lot of times I lose subscribers. And that's okay, because I'm trying to help people. But if you want to grow a channel, just tell them what they want to hear. Don't explain to them that, that tribal token that they just bought that was ripping and now it's down 50%. Don't tell them why that they got dumped on and the tokenomics are kicking in. Just keep lying to them and they'll keep coming back. And so, no, that is not all influencers, guys. Probably 10% would be my guess. 10% of influencers actually know what they're talking about, and they're there to help you, and they're honest. But to show you how dishonest, I didn't realize that there were going to be influencers make up and spend the time and effort to make up charts like this. The most lied about projects in all of crypto that I've seen is about XRP and the ISO 222 tokens. I've made multiple videos. If you want some more information, again, check out the videos that pop up at the end of this thing. This is a made up lie. Now, this is how bad it is. I have a customer in a different country. He just sent me this old video or this old chart, but this is a new video. This is a made up lie. People just make it up just to grow their channel. Crypto Erie has called out multiple influencers. I've called out multiple influencers. And you know what they say? Don't hate the player, hate the game. Crypto Erie called out a guy on X. He made up a fake XRP news release and she called him out. You know what he said? Yeah, I made it up. Thanks for growing my channel. Thanks for calling attention. I've already got 50,000 views. I'm making money. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't care about my community. He literally said that. So guys, that's what I didn't understand. There's a huge conflict of interest. A lot of influencers, some of the bigger ones, they consult, they get free tokens, and they dump on their community. Or they use their bag and their power just to front run something, tell you to buy it, and they dump on you. Guys, there's so many ways to get wrecked, but they're not going to tell you that. Well, on this channel, we're going to talk about it. Now, The last thing I want to talk about is taking profits, guys. They want you to hodl. And if you notice, for instance, the XRP influencers, countless of them told you, oh, wait till that announcement comes out. XRP is going to make new all-time highs. $1,000, $10,000 XRP, the buyback, all the money on the rails, all that stuff. Just made up lies. Well, we got the announcement. It went to what, 82 cents? Then we get the announcement again. It went to what, 63 cents? And now, according to David Schwartz, Ripple is not going to be, the relationship between the banks and Ripple is not going to be the success of Ripple. And that is a quote from David Schwartz. David Schwartz literally said, banks don't want to move billions with Ripple. Banks will not be Ripple's successes, unquote. But yet, people still tell you every single day that it's the banking token and all the money's going to run and, flip the switch. But David just said what I just quoted. And I've got a video, multiple videos on that if you want to watch that podcast where he said that. All right. Now, here's the thing. If you don't take profits, you're going to become the profits. Hodling is horrific. I don't know anybody that's successful that hodls except for Bitcoin. Everyone, including the BitBoys of the world, everyone, no matter what they tell you, they have taken profits, huge profits, right? Now, a lot of them, I know influencers with huge followings that literally didn't take profit their first bull run, their second one, and now they're saying they're going to. Is that the person you want to follow? Hey, you don't have to listen to me. Find out this information for yourself. Now, I know I'm rambling, but what I want you to understand is no one told me that in the bear market that when a token takes off, it's going to drop at least 50%, right? So take profits. So in the bear market, if you've stacked some projects, just know there's only going to be 2 or 3 that run and maybe not pull back, but then they're going to pull back before altcoin season. Render, Injective, ICP was pumping, right? There's a lot of projects that were ripping. Solana ripped, pulled back like 50%. Now, they're going to run again, I have no doubt. And in altcoin season, guys, you can't set a bar or a number thinking, oh, these projects are going to hit new all-time highs. You have a 90% chance that you're wrong, right? Just look at the XRP Army, look at IOTA, look at XLM, and I can go on and on. People didn't take profits in the last bull run. Now they're holding a project for, 4, 5, 6, 7 years and hope it comes back. The odds are they're not coming back. Why would they? Anyway, so take profits. Now, understand this statistic, and I think I said it early on. Every single project is going to crash. There's never been one, and it was only Bitcoin that I believe only crashed like 85% in one of the bear markets. Everything else is going to crash like 90, 93, 97%. And most of them are not going to come back. So the risk of hodling, which I've already understood this, and this was never part of my plan, but I want to talk about hodling. Guys, you got regulatory risk. Just look at XRP. People go, oh, well, the SEC stopped that. Well, why were you holding it? Why were you hodling it? Why they didn't announce it until pretty much the bull market was over last year. And so there was plenty of profit there. But you got regulatory risk, you've got quantum computing risk, you got technology risk. A lot of these projects are already obsolete. You have the risk of the Googles, the Microsofts, the JP Morgans of the world that's just on go with wonderful roadmaps, whether you want to hear that or not. And they already have all the customers. And the only reason they haven't rolled out their projects that are going to dominate is because they're not going to put their time, money, and effort and fight against regulation. Now, so just keep that in mind when it's hodling. So guys, if you don't get anything else from this rant, please get a game plan and take profits, or you're going to become the prophets. I highly recommend, one thing I teach in my coaching, and we'll talk about that in a second, is when you get like a 3x, pull out your initial investment and go from there. When things start to rip, if one of your projects does a 3x in a day, which will happen, why not cover? It's going to come back, guys, every time. Go look. Let me show you something real quick. And again, I'm not harping on XRP. I just love the example. Look at this. If you own XRP, look at that. Guys, you had like a month to take profits, and it was game over. You're wrecked from here to there. Game over in like a month, guys. And that's how it happens in cryptos. Some projects will just go slowly and slowly and slowly, like Solana, and maybe Solana has a blow off top at, $375. But guys, you could have been taking profits over and over. Every time you see a green candle, guys, take a handful. Why not? And no matter what, guys, why would you take, let's just say $10,000 if you want to hodl, and watch it go to say 150,000, 200,000, and watch it come all the way back down to under 10 and hold it again. Cryptos are not stocks. So anyway, guys, I want to make it clear, and I apologize about the rant. Tokenomics. Learn tokenomics, you're going to get wrecked, and there are no exceptions. Just like market cap. You hear market cap doesn't matter. It matters, guys. The law of large numbers. You're not going to make life-changing gains in this bull run from, say, the top 10 projects. It's impossible. Now, and that's just math. So the first thing is tokenomics. The second thing is be careful who you listen to. The influencers have a conflict of interest. They lie to you, and they don't have your best interest at heart. Now, again, not all influencers are bad. I follow people like Virtual Bacon and the FOMO Factory and some really good guys out there. Investa Answers is great, but the majority of them don't care about you. Now, the last thing is that I've mentioned, take profits. You're going to become the prophets. Even in the bear market, guys, take profits. And again, if you understand tokenomics, you won't step in and dollar cost average early in the bear. Wait. All right. That being said, guys, I do one-on-one coaching. It's only $250 for 3 Zoom or phone calls. I think it'll help you out a lot. We'll answer a lot of questions, get you a game plan, how and when to take profits, whatever you need. I really think it'll help you out a lot. But I want to be extremely clear, guys. I know this rant may sound negative, but this is the biggest opportunity in history. I can't be more bullish. The money is going to be there, the opportunity. It's not financial advice, it's my opinion. If number 45, which is Trump, wins this election and we don't have a black swan, it's game time, guys. And between November the 6th and the end of the year, guys, that 12 months is going to be explosive. I have no doubt about it. Not just for crypto. Stocks are going to rip. Real estate's going to rip. Trading cards, antiques, you name it, it's going to rip. But here's some more free alpha for you. My biggest concern outside of those two things is the black swan and losing the election is the dilution. Guys, every bull run, the competition heats up. Well, this one has absolutely exploded. In the last bull run, we only had like 14,000 tokens and only about 100 were great projects. With real world utility was probably only a fraction of that. And in 2017, there wasn't 10 tokens that had real world utility, probably only 5. So now, guys, just real world asset tokens, our AI tokens, our banking tokens, our DeFi tokens. It's unbelievable. Layer 2s. It's unbelievable how many good ones. Perfect example, and I'm going to let you go. I know I'm rambling. In the last bull run, Polygon absolutely ripped. Guys, If you go back and look at the charts, everything else had already crashed. Bitcoin, all the other projects, and Solana, and AVAX, and Polygon just kept ripping, kept ripping. Well, now look, in this bull run, Polygon's probably not going to hit a new all-time high. It's a phenomenal project, but, and it doesn't have great tokenomics, but the competition's off the chart. You got Coinbase. Base doesn't have a token. And it's the number 2 layer 2. Arbitrum, Optimism, ZK rollups, on and on and on. So guys, how can they just keep going up billions and billions of dollars? They can't. All that, if you didn't have all that competition, Polygon would have already hit a new all-time high. And that's just an example. But think about that, guys. So if you're thinking that, you know, every project out there is just going to do a 20x and get to $50 billion market cap, no, very few are going to get to $50 billion. And some of them are already at that price point. Do you really think that XRP is going to go from what? I haven't checked it lately. $40 billion to $400 billion? Really? Do you really think that, guys? No, it's not, especially in this bull run. And if it does, it will be so fast, it will make your head spin. And that's just something to think about, guys. No matter what project, when you see those big green candles in altcoin season, remember this video. When you see those big green candles and you're like, wow, I just did a 3x, a 4x, a 7x in 3 days or in a day. Take some profits, guys. Reach in and take some profits. All right. Hopefully I didn't, drive y'all insane. I didn't mean to rant this much. I try to shorten these guys, but as you can tell, I got a lot of passion and I care about you guys. So hit the like button. Let me know what you think in the comment section and come back and be part of this community. Subscribe. Take care, guys.